was my Vietnam sister and brother.
What a day.
Annie Merck's family didn't like Uncle Willie.
My
Except Annie Merck did.
energetic system is just so alive. In the past, I might have described this as on fire, but now I'm just going to describe it as alive. And I asked Arlen to pick a card for the day, for the world, to just help us just work with the energies that we're working with, which are pretty fiery right now. And so we got the Ten of Swords. And the Ten of Swords, the word related to it is rune, R-U-I-N, not the Celtic rune stones or woods or whatever. Oh no, we didn't get the Ten of Wands, which I'm going to read the Ten of Wands because I opened it to the Ten of Wands, which is unity, vision, pride, independence, and community together, trailblazing, confidence. So this is maybe the one that comes after the Ten of Swords. The flames are gone, the heat is lost, the rush is over. We're given all that we could, but in pushing past our own limits and taking on so much alone and ignoring offers for help, we've completely burned out. So, yeah, I'm leaving the bookmark at that spot, and then I'm going to go looking for the actual words to the actual card. But maybe that was a trick too, because we're dealing with this book, Finding the Fool. Color coordinates with my cap. Good Vibes collection, established 1969. Which Good Vibes were really established in 1969. Everyone knows that. Okay, so the Ten of Swords. So starts off with, because it's a 10 and 1. So it's a 10 of Swords, but a 10 is also a 10, and it's also, when you add the 1 and 0 together, it's a 1. So that's why the other one, the Ten of Wands, said the same thing: unity, vision, pride, independence, community together, trailblazing, and confidence. The swords are related to the air signs. They're related to logic, pragmatism, information, communication, knowledge, and they're associated with the mind. Swords associated with the mind. The keywords of this card with the word ruin on it is defeat, unwillingness to act, rock bottom, victim mindset, darkest before the dawn. Perfect card for today, because just the rumbling of the world field, the despair. The main component of the world healing field is despair. But that despair is related to grief, anger, and fear mixed together in a mud ball and stuck down in your lower abdomen. and so I cleared it. And I cleared just by rubbing down on your chest like you're petting a cat that wants to be pet on the chest. You got to be careful with cats, because if they are not going like that's a good idea, they'll just stop doing that. You're busting my boundaries, dude. And that happens. Okay. So, our fear and lack of trust in the world would have left us crying out in agony. This is the card for this feeling of despair, defeat, purposeless, hopelessness, all those energies that are just so present in the world field right now. And we shriek out our story to anyone that will listen. I mean, look at me, 400 videos or whatever. The ways that we've suffered, been betrayed, lost any hope. It's a little dramatic, bordering on ridiculous. But We've lost all sense of perspective and are completely caught up in a personal, twisted narrative of our victimhood. This sensation of hitting rock bottom, this inability to see truth, is the grandiose misery of the Ten of Swords. Thank you, Arlen. And thank you, Arlen, because now that you've come so strongly into my life, I may not be blamed for these words that I'm offering out to the world because Arlen picked the card. It's like a win-win situation, this whole thing with Arlen. It is. It's just win-win. When he points out all the weird stuff about me and my personality and the things I'm holding on to, and then, I'm busted because it's all on video, and there's no way I can say, no, I don't feel that you have to totally suffer to heal. And it's just like, well, that was just not true. I did believe that. And I think it had to do with the large pictures on the wall of my mother's bedroom of Jesus in a crown of thorns, carrying a cross and blood dripping down his face. It was like one of those Elvis pictures. It was just horrid. It was just scary to look at. And the fact that, the fact that she had this hanging on her wall next to her bed made an impression on this mind that, oh, well, if you want to help the world to heal, you're going to have to end up getting crucified and be sent to earth by your dad, who knows everything, past, present, and future, was the story that I was told as a child. That male being that created everything, even though, if you think about it, I beg you to show me a time when something was birthed out of a man, besides an idea. And usually that was implemented by the women anyway. And they were probably thinking about it and telepathically sending us a message about it so that we would think that we came up with it. Honey, you want to go to Santa Fe? I just have a kind of a hankering to go to Santa Fe, New Mexico. Oh, okay, yeah, that'd be okay if you really want to go. Women, they use telepathy in really good ways. Just like, think Santa Fe, think Santa Fe. Okay. This sensation of hitting rock bottom, this inability to see truth, is the grandiose misery of the Ten of Swords. When we ignore the red flags of the Seven of Swords, get tangled in the mental traps of the Eight of Swords, and refuse to ask for help in the Nine of Swords, we find ourselves in a place of complete ruin. This is utter defeat, a sense of bitterness and exhaustion that leaves us gasping for air. Oh God, Linda is gonna so love this video. I'm gonna make it short so she might actually watch it. But I was just talking about trying to get a breath. Insisting that anyone who has the audacity to look our way acknowledge the grief and tragedy that we have endured. Just grief and tragedy. Just suffering, suffering, suffering. And not really doing that well on the healing. The storm may have passed. We may have made it through this dark night of the soul, yet we are still lost in the winds, ignoring the dawning light that has broken through the clouds. In other words, the Ten of Swords has gone beyond any real obstacles we've faced and is now entrenched in a victim mindset, insisting that there's no possible solution to our problems, no feasible path to healing, power, or joy. Anybody else out there feeling this? There's a passivity here, a contentment with melodrama, that can be impossible to understand from the outside. Rather than trying to escape our circumstances, the Ten of Swords finds kind of pleasure in the pain. Arlen is just so amazingly, humorously, seemingly cruel that this is the card that he picks, knowing this is what's going to be read. That other world are mental mind messers. The Ten of Swords finds a kind of pleasure in the pain, relishes avoiding any actions that might shift our outlook or alter our situation. That's the rune reading for today. Now let's go.